dignitaries on the dais, respected chief guest, Sri Jairam Ramesh Garu, our guest of honor, Sri Mohan Guruswamy Garu, my friends on the dais and off the dais. We are all here at a very critical juncture. We have a global crisis, a planetary crisis, and this was very well brought out by Greta's speech at the UN. A 16-year-old, she pointed out why the path went wrong, where did the path go wrong, and what needs to be done, and who is responsible. One 16-year-old girl, she actually did not go to the school, but she sat in front of the Swedish parliament. And when people asked, why are you here? You should be going to the school. She said, what is the fun? Tomorrow, there is no guarantee of tomorrow. In that situation, why should I go to the school? You assure me that tomorrow is there, then I'll go. Slowly that snowballed into one of the finest global movements. And ultimately today, the situation is nation after nation, they are declaring climate emergency. India, our own country, there is a very serious problem. The national capital area, sir, it is unfit to live. The air they breathe is poison. The water they drink is poison. A health emergency has been declared in Delhi. But why only Delhi? The whole country is like that. Don't ever think Hyderabad is safe. The main problem with Indian political system is that none of the Indian political parties have placed environment as a prime concern in their election manifestos. The problem is very serious, friends. While working on environmental issues for the last 35 years, 32 years ago, when there was a proposal to establish a nuclear reactor at Nagarjunasagar, myself and Professor Shivaji Rao, Dr. Gopal, Bal Gopal, and several others, we took up that issue, we went into the people, we studied and friends, that was the first major struggle which resulted in a great success. Nowhere in the country people could ever stop a nuclear reactor from coming up. And this was way back in 1987, after the Chernobyl disaster, 1 year after the disaster. Subsequently, people were struggling for clean air, clean water in Patancheru, Nacharam, Jijinagar, Saramnagar, and so on. People have always filed cases. We got excellent orders from the High Court and the Supreme Court. Mr. M.C. Mehta himself appeared on behalf of the people, suffering people, the pollution affected people, and we got more than 40 orders from the Supreme Court. Mr. Mehta himself did a free job. But then that is not sufficient because our respected Dr. Jairam Ramesh is here. I wish to point out one lacuna in the political system. Supreme Court is giving judgments left and right. Sometimes we feel so happy and we are delighted and we think things will be okay. Very soon they will begin to change. But nothing really happens. The reason is, in this wonderful Constitution of India, there is hardly any mechanism created to ensure the compliance of Supreme Court orders. And this was brought to the notice of the Supreme Court several times. Mr. Mehta and myself, several times we brought it to the notice of the Supreme Court. They heard it with a lot of attention, but nothing is still, we find that lacuna is still found. Now, technically speaking, the spirit of the Constitution very clearly says that when there is a Supreme Court order, which means Supreme Court has a right to judicial review and they give an order. An ethically sound government should necessarily implement it, must. But unfortunately, today there is such a big gap between ethical governance and what we are noticing here. Particularly in Telangana, we have a government that doesn't bother about the High Court. Every other day, the judges are, they have been trying to rectify the system, but the executives continue to be the same. Friends, this is not the forum for lengthy speeches. CPR and Grace, they have done yeoman service by filling a gap. We noticed, as an academician, I have noticed several times that there was hardly any literature on the Eastern Ghats. To fill this gap and to fulfill the aspirations of the people, Grace took up this particular job, and it's not easy, friends. It's not just publishing any other book. 1,700 kilometers spread out in 5 states. Eastern Ghats are like orphans today. This is the word I have been mentioning. Not a single state takes care of the region within their area. As a result, they stand neglected, exploited, haphazard mining, unmindful building of dams, building of dark roads, resulting in the destruction of the forest, loss of biodiversity, and I don't have to say that in all these activities, it is the people, the Adivasis, who continue to live in the forest in a symbiotic relationship. It is this section of society which is normally chased away. Chased, I'm using the word. They create conditions. What is their very favorite argument? You have no right to property, you have no right to land. If you have papers, you bring. Where will they get the papers? They have been living there in a symbiotic relationship for centuries, and now this problem. So, sir, what we have been demanding that the government of India must necessarily create a national trusteeship council in order to take care of the natural resources of this country. Every year, the government of India must present a natural resources budget to Parliament. Yes, people have a right to know what are the resources available, the extent of the forest area, the potential mining areas, the extent of biodiversity, and so on. We are living in a knowledge-driven society. People respecting the people's rights. I hope in the days to come, because of the initiative of our Jairam Ramesh Garu, I hope the greening of Indian politics will be witnessed very soon. Thank you very much.